is Wrestle Fandom After Dark. Here with me, as always, is Coffin. What's up, Coffin?
Oh, same old, same old. How are you doing, Garrett? It's been a little while.
It's been a little while. That is on me. like usual with anything with the new platform. If there's there's sound off, it's me. It's the gremlins that haunt me around there.
Yeah.
And our guest today is none other than the future star himself. Yes, I'm calling it. Because he's awesome. If you've seen him in the ring, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Terry. What's going on, man?
What's going on, everybody? I'm glad to be here. Finally, I feel like it's been
Yeah,
forever getting here, Garrett.
yeah, yeah. Again, that's me. It's like, oh hey, we're getting Trevor, and then it was like, oh, we're switching platforms. Oh, I have no idea what I'm doing because I don't know how to use computers and apps, and I don't know how to load anything and do anything. It's me.
Yeah.
I'm
You,
not even gonna lie. It's
you
great.
told me a month ago. Yeah, we're gonna have Trevor Terry. I'm like, hell yeah, here we go. Let's do this up. And then
But
he's
hey,
like, all right, maybe
I
next
Yeah.
didn't
week.
lie.
All right, how about
I
Sundays?
didn't
All right,
lie.
can
I
we try
just
Tuesdays?
procrastinated. That's all.
Yeah. Well, here
It's
we
all
are
good, dude.
finally, though.
Yes. What
So
matters is right now.
That's right.
what matters is right now. Um, so Confident and I both met you when you were coming to a lot of stuff at ICW,
Yes.
and now he and I primarily also just work at UWE, which you were coming at when they were running before. Are you going to be coming back to them in the future? Now that
I think so.
you're on the street?
Because last time I was there was when they were doing the student tapings.
Yes,
Um,
yeah,
and that
which is supposed
was
to
that was
start
a
up
while
again in
ago.
September. Yeah,
Yeah, I saw actually I saw that today in the group chat. So that's pretty cool.
yeah.
So yeah, probably if the dates line up, I should be back. So
Sounds
hell
amazing.
yeah.
Sounds amazing. Uh, so did is that when Crawford and I were seeing you? Were we witnessing you start all together completely, or did you have a lot of training prior to that?
No, I had a lot of training prior because I started with Excite Wrestling, the 607 Academy
Nice.
in Binghamton, New York, in the Oakdale Mall, which is they no longer running there anymore.
Very good,
But
though.
yo, yeah, I did that. I did that for not quite a year, but pretty close to it before I made my debut. And then I wrestled with Excite, mainly just Excite for like 2 or 3 shows. And then I ended up going to the Nightmare Factory in Atlanta, Georgia. Well, McDonough, Georgia, but it was like 20 minutes from Atlanta. So I always say that to people that know what Atlanta is.
Well,
But
nobody knows, McDonough, Georgia. So you say
yeah,
Atlanta. It's
so
close enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
close enough to where the traffic still is. Oh my god, I do not miss the traffic down there at all.
Yeah,
But
I've been to
yeah,
Atlanta. It's not fun.
yeah, you know it. Yeah, I was there for 3 months, and then graduated. We had our showcase, which is kind of like it was like a they do that for every camp. They do like it's called like a showcase day where they pretty much
Okay.
all the students have a match, gets uploaded to the YouTube channel, and that's kind of like our graduation day. And then we go home, and then around then, that's when I really started hitting the road, riding with people, and I eventually started getting an opportunity with Immortal Championship Wrestling, and that's when I started to meet you guys and whatnot. So I definitely had to answer your question. Definitely had a lot of training beforehand, but yeah.
So then, how long ago exactly was that? Like, what year did you start training?
I started training August of 2021. Yeah, like
Oh,
late
okay.
August. Um, and then made my debut in May 22nd, 2022, the next year. It wasn't even for Excite either. It was kind of funny. Um, it was like there was a different promotion that was running in the same city, Binghamton, and like we were like us students were told to like go help out with the show and set ring up. And I did have like stock Elucha gear at the time, which if you see on my media, it's like the blue tights with the white kick pads and knee pads. And I had it on me, and one of the guys in the card, his opponent couldn't make it, or whatever. And long story short, the guy asked me if I was well. First, he asked the promoter, and made sure everything was if I was ready to have a match live. And the promoter, Johnny Moose, he okayed it, and I got to have my debut for that show. So it was pretty freaking cool. And then yeah, and then I finally made my debut for Excite the following month, which would be in June, and I did June, July, August, and August was no, August, September, and then September, late September was when I head down to Georgia for the October camp, all the way to December. So yeah, freaking
Awesome.
yeah, time's flying, man. I feel like it was yesterday, but it's been already.
It does. It does. Again, like when the first time I clearly remember seeing you was the Al Snow show.
Yep.
Oh, the seminar.
I walked in and he was doing the seminar, and I distinctly remember seeing you sitting on the end. And,
Yeah, I did. I was late for that because I couldn't find the venue. I couldn't find the school. I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
man.
happens, but like in Coffin can probably attest to this.
Yeah,
It's like
everybody gets lost going to that school the first time.
Yeah.
yeah, not only and that's not the only place either. There's a few places where you get like turned around and it's hard to get.
Well,
Then you're like, wait, it's in this town. I know exactly where it is. And then
Yep.
boom, 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 you're there. And it was like clockwork. Not again. I know exactly where it is. It's weird.
it was so dumb. My GPS, like I was in the right town, but my GPS took me to like it was like a random like neighborhood street, and I'm like, there's no way there's a show on the street. There's just houses.
I had one time the GPS. I was supposed to go Schenectady Boys and Girls Club, and it ended up trying to bring me into some guy's backyard through a throughway bus stop.
Oh my god.
Was that the other one? Because the old
You know what?
Boys and Girls Club was on the other side of town.
Yep, we were at the
So
new
then
one.
we had it wasn't registered that it was now at this new amazing place. So we were going in Schenectady. We were literally across town, and it happened to like 20 people.
Well, we had
We're
been there
like-
before, and there was like 20 of us that all had trouble, and it was a place we had been before.
Yeah,
Jeez. Oh man.
yeah. And King was like, "Why is everyone late?" They're like, "Because it's weird to get in, to go like off ramp, and then you have to come around in.
Mhm.
So it's like, which off ramp exactly is it? And instead, it was taking you off like 2 off ramps earlier and putting you on the other side of town. It was
Oh
like,
my god.
it was
ridiculous.
It was crazy.
I always say GPS is like a
Um,
double-edged sword, man. Freaking, they either work
It
really
really is.
great or they're like your worst enemy.
Yeah. The
What do you got, Coffee?
no, but just like there's places you've been there before, and it's like, all right, I haven't been there in like probably like 8 months. All right, let me put it in the GPS, and then you
Mhm.
end up in a completely different town, and it's like, where the hell am I? I know this isn't right, but it's just part of how it is. And I think one of the easiest places I ever had to find was in Massachusetts.
Oh jeez.
Drove from Utica to Massachusetts, got there in no time flat, no problems. But to go 20 miles down the road, it's a freaking adventure through hillbilly land. You got some cousin
is.
lovers out there trying to pull you over. It's like, nah, I ain't about that. I mean, once I go into certain places, the hillbilly violence does go up. I'm just saying, but
Mm.
I got a show to do. I'm not participating at this moment. Any which ways. So so your first match was a tag match. What was your first singles match, and who was that against?
At Immortal.
Anywhere, just in general.
For first singles would have been my debut. May 22nd. That was against Luca Mancini. My first
Okay.
tag match was, oh boy, what was it? Yeah, my first tag match was actually the Nightmare Factory. Our showcase. I was in a 6-man tag. Yeah, 'cause prior to that, I just did singles with my debut against Luca Mancini, and then I just did like scramble matches, singles matches up until So yeah, first tag match was a 6-man tag at the Nightmare Factory showcase, and first singles match was my debut against Luca Mancini. So
See, that's my bad. I misunderstood. I thought you said you were filling in because somebody couldn't make it, and you were in a
well, no, yeah, I did,
That's
but
that's on me. Well, that's
I got you. Yeah,
that's
no, you're
that's
good.
how I started too. For Survival Championship Wrestling down in Rensselaer. Well, one of my boys couldn't make it, and we had promised them 2 members in the ring. So, hey, guess what you get to do tonight, Coffin?
Mhm.
Like, all right. And then, most eliminations and final 6 later, I'm looking around going, okay. And then Ronnie Riggs and Mike Skyros intervened, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's how it happens for a lot of guys with the hey, you got your gear? Yep. All right, cool. Get in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
always bring your gear.
I've personally seen that. It's like you're just loading stuff up, you're doing stuff. But sometimes I've seen shows where I'm like, okay, this person's helping, but like, are they a wrestler? And I'm not even sure. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, can you wrestle tonight? Yeah, absolutely. And then like 10 minutes later, they're fully in their gear and ready to go, which is an amazing thing to see. It's like, I'm trying to think. I think all the regulars, pretty much ever ICW, UWE, a lot of the Rochester guys, Syracuse guys, all the same stuff. Sarah Rain. I saw Sarah Rain set up like 3 or 4 shows in Immortal, and I'm like, hey man, how's it going? Oh yeah, Jeremy. I wasn't even sure if he was a wrestler because there's always so much going on. All of a sudden, here he is wrestling amazing show. As soon as it's like, oh yeah, you want to wrestle your first show? Oh yeah, he's amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's wrestles every show.
So that's all you need,
Well,
man. Just that opportunity.
That was Nova.
Which is how I feel about how I saw you. Which I want to say the first time I saw you wrestle, then I want to say it was a triple threat match in ICW.
That was when I was against Facade and Ray Jazz, which was my second. That's my debut for Immortal was when me and Tyler Reed were in that handicap match against Pat Sawyer, and he obliterated us.
Oh, you poor son.
Well, because it's Pat Sawyer. Okay?
Yeah, I know. Oh man.
Short, okay?
Oh, he's great.
I feel short standing next to him. Okay, that's awesome. I am 6'4". Okay.
Oh yeah.
That is not so.
Big dude.
Pat Sawyer's so fucking amazing, though.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly.
If I got my ass kicked by Pat Sawyer, I'd be like, hell yeah, I got my ass kicked by Pat Sawyer.
Well, yeah, because what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You do but get your ass kicked by Pat Sawyer.
If I got my ass kicked by Pat Sawyer, I'd be like, well, I mean, that's just how it is,
It's what did you expect to happen? Yeah. I'm sorry. That triple threat was against who? Facade and who?
Ray Jazz, which is
Ray Jazz. Right.
Nuncio's like it's his son. Yeah, it is his son. Yeah.
Now,
really?
Now he was excellent. Don't get me wrong. And if anyone knows Facade, the guy is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But again, now to go in a handicap match against Pat Sawyer and do your job is one thing. But to be in a triple threat match, and especially with 2 guys like that, to be as new as you were, I remember turning to somebody, I cannot remember who it was, and going, holy crap, this kid's amazing.
I really appreciate that.
I don't remember who it was. It was probably Todd, to be honest.
More than likely.
I was just like, what is I did not know you were capable of going like that, but you took that moment in a match with Facade, and you went with it, man. And I was so unbelievably impressed, to the point to where it was like, when we're at UWE, he's like, oh, we got to definitely get some other wrestlers here that aren't in for the school. I'm like, call Trevor Terry.
Oh man,
dude, he's awesome.
I appreciate it, man. I remember that match very well too, man. Oh my god, I remember I was so nervous for that match because even when they this was weeks prior to the actual show. I remember when they announced the card, and I was on it with Facade and Rajah. I was like, wow, all right, that's we go from getting destroyed by Pat Sawyer to a singles competition with 2 really, really top guys in this business right now. So I was really nervous, but I don't know. I just I think it just I think what helped me is I stayed humble, and I knew that these guys are way better than me. So let them learn from them and just have fun out there. And I think that's what made the match great, and also eased my nerves.
Yeah.
But I remember being
Well,
so
you-
nervous
you
for that
couldn't
match.
tell that- You wouldn't have been able to tell that you were nervous, and and it also, but the staying humble part is really good because you didn't look like you tried to go into business for yourself. Okay, I'm in a
No,
match
yeah,
with
no.
these two guys. I need to make sure I stand out. You just did what you were supposed to do. You did your job, and that's
Yes.
what made you stand out. It's like, okay,
Yes.
here's these two guys and this new kid. That's not how it looked. It looked like three wrestlers out there doing a killer triple threat match, and it was awesome.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if you and I had ever talked about that, but I wanted to
No.
also see it for this so I could shine you here.
Oh, dude. That means a lot to me, man.
Well, you got to
It's
understand
dope.
though, man. He's shining you up. I'll do you one better. When you go out there to work, Gorilla's sold out, man. Everybody's watching you.
Holy crap. I didn't know
Like,
that. Holy shit.
You
All right.
you are one of the must-see matches for the boys.
Wow, jeez. All right.
Now, don't think about that when you're out there. Like,
I know. I know you're getting me nervous. I'm like,
No. It's like, and that's, people are already wanting to see what you're gonna do. Like, I distinctly remember the moment I even too like was impressed was that you weren't there at the moment, and you came in. I think you hit. You hit Facade first.
okay.
Knocked the other one down. Then you pounded the ropes. Like, one rope jumped over, came back, and then you were like did like another like insane. Like,
Oh!
I was just like,
Was it
what
the-
is happening? You knocked.
it-
What
I'm
was
trying
the other
to
guy's name again? I'm sorry.
Ray Jazz.
Ray Jazz.
Ray Jazz. You knocked like Ray like right out of the.
I think it's
ring,
what
and
I
then
told him when I did the spring. I did like the springboard back elbow on him.
Yes.
It was like, I think it's
and
what it
then you went
was.
over and then did springboard back elbow, and I was like,
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. I love that move.
yeah.
I stopped
Yeah,
doing it. I
really
stopped doing it because that's Christina Marie's like main signature move, and I didn't know that. And I'm like, oh shoot. Well, I respect people's
Okay, well-
signatures and moves, So that's why I stopped doing it.
All right. Well,
doesn't-
then, if that's one of her signature
don't-
moves, you make it your finisher. That way, she's
Oh.
standing
Yeah.
for you.
Oh
not-
jeez.
Currently a
yourself
women's
over.
division in UWE,
Yeah.
so go ahead and do. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Honestly,
and do-
I
do-
say at the end of the day, it's like do whatever moves you want to do. Have fun, make the most out
I
of
mean,
it.
I created my own from scratch. I mean, that's fine, but
Yeah.
but
But,
it's also very simple, and I stole it from two other established moves. But that's just me.
And it's
Hey.
funny. I didn't mean to cut you all off.
No. You're
Bet-
good.
with-
This
with
is your
that-
time.
I appreciate it. I think my favorite part about that match with Facade and Ray Jazz, my bad, was the finish. I don't know if y'all remember the when I took the kunai kick from Facade. It looks, oh my gosh, I could watch that clip over and over and over and over. It looked so deadly. It's just like everything was just like, I don't know, the way I folded in half oh my gosh, it was just
Yeah.
that finish was sick.
Some of the best wrestlers are the best sellers. It's
isn't
like
it-
I agree.
a lot of people, a lot of wrestlers, older wrestlers, will tell you that, like, Ric Flair will tell you that Shawn Michaels is one of the best to ever do it, if not the best to ever do it. And that dude could sell anything. And so could Ric Flair. Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels are two of the top sellers of all time.
Oh my gosh,
And they're,
100%.
they're like,
in a few different aspects, but
yeah.
but isn't
so,
it amazing too how like you find yourself reminiscing over the moves you took more than the moves you gave?
Yeah.
I took
That's
that
gotta
bump and
be-
it looked amazing, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like there was this one Chip Stetson elbow drop through a friggin' door. It's like, yeah, that was awesome. I don't care that I won matches and titles. I mean, that's cool. But like, yeah, that freaking elbow drop, man, that was awesome.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What
Yeah. Well-
Garrett, he does this all mostly for Saren Rain, but
Yeah. Hey, I don't show people the clip of me winning the 24/7 title. I show people the clip of Sarah Marie kicking me in the face and then in front of the entire crowd and then getting stomped out. That's what I show people. You know what I mean?
I was just, and to add on to that, I was literally like gonna say like on my Instagram, like my post that has like the most views are literally the clips of me getting destroyed, or like just some sick move that happened, that I took. Just to add on to that, it really is like
Yeah, but that's I think that the more that how do I want to say it? The more that like kayfabe gets busted open and broken
Yeah.
down is and there's more shows like this, there's more podcasts of people talking about it and analyzing stuff, and I think people are starting to realize that the sellers are the ones that are it's like the
Mm.
eventually down the line people like the Miz and what's his name, the Nick Nemeth,
Uh,
Dolph
Come on,
Ziggler
spit it out.
will go down as more revered even in WWE time than everything that's currently like going on,
Yeah.
because they sold more, they did the work that put people over,
Oh
and
my
that's what
gosh.
you need. So
Oh yeah. That's the only like 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 the way it succeeds is literally just like both guys just have to want to make each other look the best, and
yeah,
that's unfortunately it's not always the case in pro wrestling, the business, but yeah.
it's not, but it hopefully you can get your time in
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I
wherever
I yeah.
you have to be.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've all my matches. I've had so much fun. Like I don't even care how like if I do like less, more, whatever. As long as I'm having fun and there's a good
Right.
story, some good good crowd interaction.
Yeah.
Um, I
I've
consider
only
that success.
I've only ever not had fun once, and that was twice. But even though one of them was still fun, the one I didn't have fun, the crowd was still into it, but everything went wrong, and it's just like, all right,
Yeah,
let's get through it. Okay, okay. But
yeah.
we got from point A to point B, told the story, and got it out there. And then the other time was when I was tagging with Sergeant Fury, and it was the first time I decided, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna wear jeans. I was so miserable during that match because my
Mhm.
pants started weighing an extra 50 pounds from all the freaking sweat.
Oh
It's like,
God.
oh god,
Yeah,
but
I
it
don't
was
know
still
how.
awesome.
Jeez.
And I said I'd never do it again. Then I just kept doing it. So
Oh man.
So 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 far, do you have a favorite match that you wrestled? And you can split them into, oh, this is my
Ooh.
favorite singles, this is my favorite tag. You can have a favorite
Oh wow.
cut, and you can break it down. We like breaking down stuff around here and the different
yeah,
lists.
break it down.
All right.
Yeah,
Ooh. There's been some really good contenders lately. Here's a singles match. I gotta, man. You guys are hitting me hard, man. um, I would say favorite singles match right now is actually recently. Was when I was in the Super 8 ECWA Super 8 tournament. Where I faced Brian Morris in the opening first round. That was it's actually on his YouTube channel. If you just look up Wonder Boy Brian Morris, he uploaded our match, and I don't know, there was just like
I'm going for it
it,
right now.
we I think it's because we had the same coaches. So like he well no I don't think QT Marshall was at the so Brian Morris is from the Monster Factory, but I don't know if he was there when QT Marshall was coaching there. But I mainly learned from QT Marshall at the Nightmare Factory. So like I don't know if it's just we have like similar like training methods, but like the chemistry we had and just the structure, the flow, it just felt perfect. It just everything like we it was really the chemistry more than anything. Like it just like everything was just like timed perfect. Crowd was into it from start to finish. Um, just everything. And on top of that, the Super 8 tournament, freaking like out of nowhere, I get that opportunity, which that's another like mini story. Getting into the Super 8.
Go ahead.
Um, yeah, freaking. I wasn't even so last year. It was like last November. They started like doing the posts like apply for the Super 8 tournament. Um, send in your applications. We'll review it and then we'll get back to you. And of course, a lot of people apply for it. I ended up applying for it. 'Cause I'm like, why not? Like you always gotta, shoot your shot, So I applied for it. I never heard from him. So I kind of like, I was like, it is what it is. And then it was like, I think like January or like early February. I think it was like early February. They started posting the entrance, and they announced all 8. And I'm like, all right, it's over. And like I swear to God, I was at work, and it was the week before the show, the Super 8 tournament. I get an email from ECWA, and they emailed me saying, one of the guys in the tournament, he got injured and he had to back out, and they said after further going through all the applications again, they liked what they saw with me, and they offered me a spot to replace that guy in the tournament. I'm like rubbing my eyes, like re-looking at the email. Like, I'm like, is this a spam? Is somebody targeting me? Somebody messing with me? And I ended up talking to them, and it was legit. And they're like, oh, cool, awesome. If you're in, let us know by like, they gave me like 2 days to like let them know I'm in. And I immediately responded and gave my promo picture, my music, and yeah, literally like the next week, so like the Monday of that Saturday show, they announced that I was replacing the guy entering the Super 8 tournament, and that was that story. I was like, it's crazy. I was so stoked for that because I was like, holy crap. And on top of that, they just covered that whole Super 8 tournament in the latest PWI release for June. And there's like pictures of me and my opponents in there, and they got some quotes from me in there. So that was pretty sweet.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, to kind of, I got way off track there, but I would say favorite singles match was definitely Brian Morris.
This is why we're here.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I do this all the time.
Yeah, that's the point of this, though, brother. You're
That's
good.
the point. That's the whole point of this.
I'll like answer a question and I'll go.
Had that pulled up. That was posted 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That match has 800. Currently has 885 views.
You should see. Well, if that's
we need to pump.
Yeah. And it's funny. Originally, they uploaded the whole tournament, like the whole show, on YouTube, and that had like when it was up. Because right now they like put it behind a paywall now. You have to like be a members for their account to watch it. But when it was for free to watch it publicly on YouTube, it was like within like the first week, it was already like 7,000 to 8,000 views. I'm like, holy crap, it's freaking awesome. So I can only imagine what it is now. Well, I don't know actually because now they put it behind a paywall. Yeah. But still, for the first week, that made views. I was like, holy crap. Yeah, what an opportunity! Holy crap, that was cool. And I also got to meet the original owner, founder of not only ECWA but the Super 8 tournament, Jim Kettner. I got to meet him, and he like pulled me aside. He talked to me. He gave me some cool advice. So it was really cool meeting him too. Yeah, I was still at the end, and then I got to, even then I was not only that, but I was in the finals as well. I went all the way to the finals, and I got to face. It was me versus Leo Sparrow for the Super 8, 2025, 29th annual, the trophy. And it was so sick because like they had this like door entrance, and the trophy was the big tall trophy was in the center of the ring. We were on both sides and then the ring announcer announced both of us. It was such a eerie. It was like such a cool feeling. Like it felt like some kind of like, I don't even know. I don't know. It just felt so surreal. It was an awesome feeling. And I didn't win, but it was still such a fun night.
You were there. You were at the.
I'm in the finals of the Super 8 tournament. Are you kidding me? Like that's awesome. Yeah, and then hopefully hopefully I do want to do next year's as well. So I'll probably apply again. Maybe I'll get in again. But.
Yeah. Well, if you did get that good last time, maybe I don't see why you wouldn't be in.
Well, and that's another thing. I got great feedback. From a lot from people like Outback, the guy that runs the show, even the fans. And that was another thing. That was not only my debut for that promotion, ECWA, but it was my debut in that town. It was in like just I don't remember the city, but it was in somewhere in New Jersey. So for the crowd, like never see me, like they were so behind me. like I was actually shocked, like throughout the tournament, like even from the first round to the finals, how much they were behind me and excited for me. I'm like, you guys have never seen me before, so that was also a really cool feeling too.
That's what happens with electric people, though, man. You pull people right in. Like I watched Dalton Castle come out at 2CW, and no one knew who he was, and you know, and people were literally chanted, "Who the hell are you?" And then he
Uh,
showed them who he was, and from that point on, every show he was at was his. That when he was out there, it was his. You know
that's
what I mean?
awesome.
And that's
Oh yeah.
if the town that if the whole crowd there accepted you like that and wanted to see you wrestle more and was excited to see you, then you did the exact same thing. You showed them who you were and you took it and you ran with it. As soon as
Yes.
we're done, I'm watching this match. So
Yeah,
so,
we there were several people that said that was match of the night and the best match out of the tournament. So let me know what you think. But I don't want to get too cocky because I'm starting to sound a little arrogant now. But
Nah,
no.
you're
it was a
fine.
good feeling. It was, to be honest, to be told that I'm like, wow, all right.
You
Like,
are your brand. You're a wrestler. You are your brand. Okay, you have to sell it. You know
I
what I
appreciate
mean?
it.
Yeah,
No,
you
you're
just
right.
gotta say,
Absolutely
like,
right.
you just gotta say, like, listen, everybody, not me, but everybody else said this was match of the night. Now, I'm not saying that, but everybody else is
Yeah.
saying that.
I,
So
I
maybe
would
you should go
never
check it
say
out.
Maybe.
I wouldn't say that. I
not
gotta
me.
stay humble,
I'm
but
so
everybody
glad.
else.
I'm so glad Brian Morris like clipped it and uploaded it because I didn't even think about it. Like I didn't know they were gonna put me at the whole show behind a paywall. So I was like, oh, I'll clip it down the road or whatever. And then I go to do it, and it's like you can't have, you don't have access to this video. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And then I saw Brian Morris upload our match. I'm like, all right, at least it's that match. Um, but yeah, it was cool. So I faced Brian Morris in the first round, and then the second round, which has been the semifinals, I faced Bryce Saturn. Never met him. Um, and then the finals was me against Leo Sparrow. Which is another funny thing about that is I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who Leo Sparrow was until I met him, and like we were like talking and whatnot. Like we were talking like after the tournament, just catching up, how our careers are doing. And he was telling me like he worked MJF at Creator Pro. Uh, I'm like what? I'm like, are you serious? If you look it up, like literally go on his account, and it's he literally had a match with MJF. And then he was like telling me how he was like, yeah, man, I actually just had dinner with Matt Cardona last night and asked him if he thinks I'm gonna win the Super 8 tournament. And like Matt Cardona's like, no effing way, you're not winning. And then, he wins. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Like, who is this guy I just had a match with? And then like I felt even more dumb because I had some of my some of my friends like when everything got uploaded, reach out to me like, you got to wrestle Leo Sparrow. I'm like, I didn't know who he was. So maybe that's a good thing, that's why I felt good going. I didn't know him, but
Yeah.
It
Well,
probably is. And then it's you can be ingrained in all this and paying attention, but what a lot of people might not realize, like maybe people who are watching this, is not how much wrestling is out there, but like how many different levels there are. It's not just like, oh hey, there's the indies, and then there's the other couple of bigger promotions that everyone knows, and then there's WWE. It's like,
yeah,
no, there's literally,
yeah,
it's like a Mortal Kombat tower
yeah, dude.
of stuff that just goes all the way up, and it's like there's no way to know every name.
No,
You would have to
no,
be a savant to remember
yeah.
every single name and know who people are and every promotion. You can't. It's impossible.
No, it's impossible. I always feel so
well,
bad too, man. It's like, I don't remember your name. I'm sorry.
that's all right, because you're gonna get those guys that you do remember, and
Yeah.
sometimes you meet somebody and you have no idea who they are, but then all of a sudden, after interacting and watching them, it's like, oh, okay, now they're up here. Like, I've worked Sandman, I've worked Just Incredible, I've met Raven
Wow.
and stuff, and that's cool. But when I tagged up with Sergeant Fury, it's like, holy shit, I'm tagging with Sergeant Fury, which out of this area, you're not really gonna find him too much. But it's like, holy shit, I'm with Sergeant Fury, he's my partner.
Mhm.
And it's like, that to me was like, all right, that's some nerves. But not working these other guys who have been to the top or whatever. It's like,
I know.
Okay, cool.
I know
You know?
exactly what you mean. That was like when I got to. It's already been over a year, but I got to tag with Nunzio on a show in PA, and that was freaking crazy. Like holy crap! I was also in a tag match. This is like probably like 2 years ago now. Yeah. I was in a tag match against Shane Douglas. That was pretty wild. Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
what?
yeah, and the funny thing with that, they
See, Garrett, he's just sprinkling it in there. Now. He's
well,
just
Yeah,
you
sprinkling
mentioned
it in there
tagging all
now.
these guys. I'm
No,
like, oh wait a
no.
minute, I also tagged with some guys.
By
Like,
the way, I also was with Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
Wait,
that was
did you
that
wrestle,
was a
did you
fun night.
wrestle Shane Douglas or did you wrestle with like?
I wrestled against him, and that a
Oh,
little
that's even better.
dude, a little side story with
That's
that.
even better.
I wasn't even carded against him. I had like my own singles match with a different guy in the card, and it was the main event with Shane Douglas versus the Dude. So I do my singles match, and like I'm getting ready to like D gear, and like the promoters and like the booker come up to me, and they're like, how you feeling? You feeling good? I'm like, yeah, I feel pretty good. And they're like, do you want to do like you'd be cool to like do another match? I'm like yeah, yeah, I feel good. Why not? I'm like, all right, we're gonna have you in the main event. You're gonna tag with a Dude against Shane Douglas and Fletcher Young. And the reason why, because I guess Shane Douglas like I don't know if I don't think they say he wasn't feeling well, but I think he was like kind of like hurting somewheres. Cause
That's par for the course with Shane Douglas.
I would say yeah, like and he's also an older guy too, and I'm pretty sure he still does indie shows. Like I'm pretty sure he's still
I think
so
he has his own promotion.
yeah. I didn't,
So
I don't know, but I take your
think
word for it.
down in Tennessee in that area.
Okay,
I want to say he owns his own promotion down that way.
okay, but
I'm probably wrong, but
no, it's okay, man. We'll go with it. But yeah, so I guess he really like he requested to like have a tag match rather than like a full singles match because like something maybe like he tweaked something or whatever. I can't remember that fully, but yeah, I was like, holy crap! I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll do this. And I got to have like a fun tag match main event with I got tagged with the Dude, which the Dude's an awesome guy. He wrestles out of Pennsylvania. There's a bunch of promotions out there. And that was fun. Yeah, there's actually like an action shot in my Instagram. Somebody captured this hilarious shot of him choking me with a towel in the corner while the referee's distracted. And I'm like freaking out. It's an awesome still shot.
Now I gotta look that up too.
Yeah, dude, it's
No,
I can't remember I can't remember what I did for the caption, but I think I was like, oh geez, I can't remember. It's not too far down. I did that post not too long ago, but yeah, it was freaking cool, and it was cool to like also like I honestly I think we didn't have to even pick his brain. Like he literally just started like just talking to us, like even after the show, just giving us advice and telling us stories about like his time, when he's all over and whatnot. Yeah, and then not too long after, I think it was like literally like the next year was when I got to tag with Nunzio. That was yeah. I'm like all right, like that match. I don't think it's uploaded yet on YouTube. The promotion hasn't done it yet, but I think I asked him because I wanted to get clips for it so I can like do some get some posts in, and I think they're gonna upload it soon. But that was a really fun match too. Um, yeah, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love that picture.
That's great, dude.
He's just choking me with a towel. Oh my gosh, that son of a gun. Freaking
That's
playing
awesome.
dirty. But
yeah, he's the franchise.
yes, he is.
He's the franchise.
See, see, he's one of those guys though. I'd have been in there and be like, all right, come on, let's do this. Dean, let's do this. Come on, take me to school, sir.
I'm not sure I've ever seen a more accurate anime pic of somebody. It's a little. Hold on.
Oh, that's really blown out there, sir.
Is that a little too? Is it still too?
Okay, it's kind of blurry.
Trying to get so it's not. So yeah, go to your Instagram. Look at that.
Yeah, you're like really distorted for me right now. Hold on.
Yeah, the Instagram. Go to Trevor Terry's Instagram. These are some awesome pictures.
Wait.
Oh man, these 7 shots here are incredible. Right below the next. Yeah, man. They got some good shots of you.
I appreciate it, man. I think I still have my I have my cool highlight reel that my guy Ty Alexander did. Freaking my I did for 2020, the start of 2025 my the Cybertech Kid highlight video.
Mhm.
That turned out awesome. But yeah, freaking yeah, a lot of freaking. I feel like this past like this year and last year, it's been crazy, man. Like it's been like if I like look back on like the highlights of like each year, it's been like awesome. Like everything from like when I started training to then like hitting the road, making more debuts, to then being able to go against and work with guys that are some top names. To then this year with the Super 8 tournament. Um, yeah, freaking, it's been pretty wild. But
That's
You know,
awesome.
but leading up to that now, where are you heading? What's your direction?
ooh, do I drop it here? Do I drop?
That's
I
up.
mean,
That's
some people. I mean, some people already know, but I actually, I was just telling my doctor today, like last month, I got re-X-rayed, and he said they look good, they look stable, and I had a video conference with him today, and he's like, "That's how I was feeling." I'm feeling pretty good, Like I got my range of motion back. I've been working out, getting my cardio back up. I actually just went to the Excite Training Center last night. That I mean, I didn't do any bumps because I still want to like. I'm still waiting for July, which I'm about to drop the news. Um, but I just did like rolls, some drills, running, and it all felt good. Um, so he says, "All right, man. Like, listen, you know your body best. I'm giving you the go ahead if you want to get right back in action." I'm like, "All right, dude. I'm still gonna get it tomorrow. I'm gonna walk in and get X-rays." And he says, "I'll look at them. If you don't hear from me, do your thing. And I'll let you know if I do see anything. But like, we're pretty much in the good because time is going by quick now. Because June 28th, I am getting on a plane. I'm going to Japan.
oh
What?
shit.
Yeah, yeah, going to Japan to train for 1 month. For I think I come back. I'm leaving Albany June 28th, and I'm coming back to Albany August 1st, and I'm going to train at Taka Michinoku's training center. Yeah, yeah. Oh
You
man.
made. Oh damn! You made him leave.
All right. Anyways, thanks for the art. But
Oh,
yeah,
Freaking awesome, man. That's
yeah.
awesome.
No,
oh,
I appreciate it, man. So
that
that's
is so awesome. Congratulations,
I
dude.
appreciate it,
This is
man. I
what I mean.
appreciate it.
This is what I mean. This is why. This is how awesome you're going around. Oh, dude, that's so
It's
cool.
gonna be. Listen, I'm trying to. That's why I'm trying to like. I know it ain't gonna be easy, so I'm trying to like not die over there. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a
Oh,
good experience, but um, just talking to my doctor today, that was good because I was a little nervous. I'm like, oh my gosh, like 'cause I had this. This was already. I had this plan since like the beginning of the year. So then when my injury happened, I'm like, oh no. Like
Right.
it wasn't like it happened back in March. So like I still like when the doctor was like, this is like a 6 to 8 week healing process because my injury wasn't like it didn't like my bone didn't collapse. It was just like a little hairline fracture, just like a little crack at the surface. Um,
yeah.
but yeah, no, talking to him today was a good reassurance, and he's like, hey, if you're feeling good, I'm giving you the okay. We'll still get X-rays, and I can just check it out because my last X-ray was last month, and he already said they looked good from last month, so we should be set. But that's the plan. Freaking June 28th, going over, and yeah, freaking.
That's gonna
So
be
when you,
freaking
so you're saying when you come back,
awesome.
your finisher is now going to be the Michinoku.
Oh my gosh, I know. I feel like I went to the Nightmare Factory. I started doing the springboard cutter. Now I'm going to Taka Michinoku and do the Michinoku driver. Like it's just like
You have to.
just
You
gonna take
have
all these guys' moves.
He's gonna start saying "indeed" everywhere he goes.
to.
It's gonna be his answer. Indeed.
Oh my gosh.
That's dude. That's
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be.
can't. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you, man. That's so cool.
I appreciate it,
Oh,
man. It's gonna be definitely an experience. Yeah, just everything. Trying to like, gosh, yeah, I'm already like trying to like
um, n- now
not
imagine what
like.
watching his next match with Chris Jackson live is gonna be like.
Yeah, yeah. So before because I do feel like dropping that news is a good place to stop. However,
Yeah.
I do have to say how much I love watching you wrestle Chris Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's that watching you two go at it is a lot of fun. So hopefully we definitely get more of that at UWE. However, though, now knowing that you're going to go there, that you're going to Japan, you're going to that school. When you come back, we got to have you back on.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
You can
We
tell
got
us
to
all
see what
about
that
it.
was like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of stories. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of. I'm sure I'm gonna get lost. I'm sure because I'm already like, oh my god, it's like I get out there like I have like an English speaker that's like that I've been communicating with. That's like gonna like help me out getting there because I have to like when I get off the airport, I have to get on a train and I have to go to another train that then goes to where I'm staying, the Chiba. So I'm staying in Chiba, which is like outside of Tokyo. Um, so I guess I gotta get to the Chiba station, but it's also like, but then I gotta get to the dorm where I'm staying, which is like my guy was the guy I've been talking to. He said I can take a taxi, a bus, or I can walk, and he recommended walking because a bus, if you have luggage, doesn't really work well. And I'm gonna be having luggage, and he says taxis are super expensive and like not worth it. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm walking. And it's like a 20-minute walk. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. That's easy. I could walk. And he's like, well, that's if you don't get lost. I'm like, well, wait a minute. And he's come to find out, there's like so many like side streets and alleyways, and I'm like, oh god,
Dude, think of all
I
the
don't want to
times
get
they had
lost.
to just think of all the times they had to rebuild it after Godzilla came through. I mean,
Yeah, right.
it's ridiculous.
Oh my
Now,
goodness.
you be careful over there because they like to mess with the Americans. And they like to do that here too. Like, did you ever hear about Tajiri?
Well, know of him, but
All
not
right.
like
Well,
like
when he was in WWE, I guess apparently he never spoke English until the last day.
Ooh.
Until the last day, then he went around and told everybody goodbye in perfect English. He could speak perfect English the whole friggin' time. He just never did it.
Oh
The only, one
man.
the only person he talked to was Regal. It's like that's an amazing rib for one, but
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
incredible.
I can tell you this. What I do know from what I've been talking to, there is an American that's already over there training, and I think there's another, not American, but I think they said they're from New Zealand. That's gonna be in the same dorm as me. So at least I'll maybe meet meet somebody that speaks English. Because holy crap, um, yeah, dude, I don't even know what to expect. That's why I'm trying to like overthink it because I still got to pack. Well, that's really all I got to do is pack and just make sure I'm like I said, I've been getting back in shape. Went to training last night. I did my workout today. Just want to make sure I'm definitely rested and in shape somewhat. I'm not like super worried about being like I want to be like I definitely want to be like in shape, but I already know like training there is gonna get me even more in shape. So if I can just get back in my rhythm, my flow of things, I think we'll be good. I think we'll be set. Hopefully.
now,
I don't know.
are you going to be working matches while you're there, or are you just going to be training?
So I don't know for sure, and it's not like I'm not like saying it to like like it's not like I can't say anything. Like they said to bring my gear, and that's all I got. So because Taka he something I did find out was he has his own training center, but he also has his own promotion called Just Tap Out Wrestling, and he also manages. I think he helps manage and produces other shows around like indie shows. But he's also signed to New Japan as well, which is pretty crazy. Um, he's in that Just Four Guys fact. Well, it was Just Five Guys, and then Sonata like turned on them and went to Bullet Club War Dogs, and then he like double twisted on them, and now he's with House of Torture. Or with that, I think I botched that fact. I think it's called House of Torture.
I have no clue.
I'm pretty sure it's House of Torture.
No,
Once you
it's
start
hard.
getting
It's hard to
once
keep
you
track,
start
man.
getting into the subgroups in New Japan, I'm lost.
Yeah, but now they just call themselves Just Four Guys, and Taka Michinoku's still in there. So I guess he got a lot. He's got a leeway. He's got a lot of leverage over there. So I'm just hoping to
Well,
learn a lot.
well, guys like him though. I mean, they come to America and it's like, all right, yeah, I remember him as his goofy character, but over in Japan, he's deadly serious.
Yeah.
That's how they
Yes.
are. I mean,
That's why I'm
and
excited, man.
Americans too. When the Americans go there, it's a different. They do different. Like you see Hogan, all right, leg drops and clotheslines and shit. But over there, he's doing all kinds of moves. He can actually wrestle because over there it's different. So you got to do different.
Right.
It's a whole different world. Make your freaking name over there. See, and that's another thing too, is if you can make your name over there, you don't even
Yeah.
have to be in America. You can just go to Japan.
Yeah. That's the plan, honestly. I mean, I know I'm only there for a month, but if I can just leave a good impression,
Well, yeah, make a good impression. Have the
Yeah.
Yakuza adopt you.
Yeah.
You'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It'd be like the, oh gosh.
Well, that's what they used to do.
I'll have my own when I come back. I'll have my own Burt Kreischer the Machine story.
Yeah,
Instead,
there you
of,
go.
instead of the Russian mafia, it'll be the Yakuza. Oh God. Oh man, that'd be something, huh?
I
Jeez.
really hope you do. Missing a finger would be insane.
Yeah.
That'd be a story for sure.
You got a month and a half to give us the most insane story we've ever heard. So.
Oh, I'm sure I'm gonna have insane stories. Trust me, when I come back. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's gonna be like something like friggin' him, Jun Kasai, and Yoko Ono were in a bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
you
man.
have my attention.
Yeah. Okay. You're locked in. Go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
you, Crazy Monkey, and the one that killed the Beatles. All right. You were hanging up. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, all right, man. Well, yeah. When you come back, let us know when you're back. We're gonna have you back on. We want to hear all about Japan.
Yeah, dude. Honestly,
Absolutely.
that's a good like good cliffhanger right here.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for another month or so.
Yeah. Perfect spot to leave it. And yeah, so check. So again, in the meantime, check them out on YouTube. I'm gonna look up that match right now.
Yeah, dude. Watch it.
Go to your Instagram, Trevor Terry, easy to find, and yeah, and enjoy what you're gonna see because this guy is awesome. So
Oh, yeah, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you.
It's only gonna be a matter of time. He's gonna be on your TV screen.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I got a long ways to go. Still got a long ways to go. A lot more to learn and improve on, and especially now being out. But I really appreciate those kind words, though, man. It means a lot to me.
yeah, I mean, hey, take Japan by storm. You never know. You could end up in Evolve.
Well, hang on.
Evolve or
Last
whatever
time
it is.
the
Whatever
last
the
time-
whatever the thing under NXT now is, whatever that's called.
Oh, Evolve.
Is it Evolve?
It's like where they showcase all their WWE ID talent.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Evolve.
I think it's Evolve. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
Evolve.
careful. Don't take Japan too much by Last time Americans took it by storm. I mean,
Well, we're gonna stop right there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Finish that sentence.
yeah.
We will see everybody next time.
Till next time. Jeez. Come on, Coffin. Oh my gosh.
oh, I was behaving. It's